I was in Arizona, I was in Nevada, so I got to talk to Senator Mark Kelly, Senator Jackie Rosen in those respective states, and they both led Senator Schatz's quote unquote whip team in his effort to become the Democratic whip, right? So I talked to them a little bit about how Brian Schatz was able to lock up the whip race so quickly and really so easily, if you think about it, given that we're like 15 months out
Yeah.
from leadership
Yep.
elections in the Senate Democratic caucus. And the overwhelming sort of consensus based on their conversations with members and, the commitments that they got from others to back Brian Schatz was he's already been doing the job essentially, right? He's the guy who's always on the floor. He's talking with the floor secretaries, Democratic and Republican, that being Gary Myrick and Robert Duncan. He's got those relationships already. He's the guy who you go to and you say, "Hey, what's happening on the floor right now? What the heck is happening? What are the Republicans trying to do right now? How do we combat it? Things like that, right?" But something I think is important to add in terms of how Brian Schatz was able to do this was that he has been able to successfully straddle two very important camps of the Democratic Party. Number one is this sort of old guard and the existing leadership, right? He's been the chief deputy whip for the last couple of Congresses. He has maintained a close relationship with Chuck Schumer, with Dick Durbin, certainly. And Chuck Schumer sort of took him under his wing and mentored him a little bit in that respect. But number two, Senator Schatz has been able to help sort of groom a new generation of Democrats. He's only 52 years old. He got to the Senate when he was in his, I believe, in his late 30s. So he's been in the Senate for a long time. Especially when you consider how young he is by Senate standards, that being 52 years old. But he's been able to straddle both of those camps